Good morning again, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining me for story time. Are you ready to begin? Families, I would just like you to know that this is a seasonal Halloween related story. So if you wish not to have your child listen to it because it is Halloween related, then you can feel free to leave the story time now. Otherwise, let's begin. I need your eyes watching, ears listening, body still, and quiet voices. I'm just going to turn that a little bit. There we go. And let's get ready. Do you know it's story time, story time, story time? Do you know it's story time in your home today? And today's story is Big Pumpkin. Let me show you the cover of that story. Big Pumpkin. And the author is Erica Silverman. And it is illustrated by S.D. Schindler. The author is the person who writes the story, who writes the words. The illustrator is the person that draws the beautiful pictures. Let's begin. Big Pumpkin. Do you remember what this is called? Yes, the title page. And we know once we get to the title page, the story begins. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie. So she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while, a sprout poked through. And then a pumpkin grew, and it grew, and it grew, and then it grew some more. Soon, Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine. Oh my word. Look at the size of that pumpkin. Boys and girls, which is bigger, the pumpkin or the witch? How do you know? Yes, the pumpkin is bigger, and I know because I'm comparing and contrasting the two. Yes, that witch looks mighty small compared to that pumpkin. Well, she pulled and tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drats, said the witch. Oh my goodness, she can't get that pumpkin to move. Why won't the pumpkin move? Of course, because it's too big and heavy. And then along came a ghost. Big Pumpkin, said the ghost. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine. And Halloween's just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. Humph, said the witch. But she thought about pumpkin pie and she stepped away. Ooh, it's getting spooky. The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First, he pulled hard and then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drats, said the ghost. They can't get the pumpkin to move. Ha ha, here comes the next one. Just then, along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween is just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than both of you, and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Can you see the vampire? He's kind of silly looking. But they thought about pumpkin pie and they stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Trats, said the vampire. Can't move it either. Oh boy, wait till you see who's next. Who's next? Yes, a mummy, not a mommy, a mummy. Just then along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy. It's big and it's mine, but it's stuck on the vine. And Halloween is just hours away, said the witch. And do you remember, what did she do to the pumpkin? Yes, she kicked the pumpkin. I am bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and they stepped away. Oh boy. That mummy looks pretty strong. Maybe the mummy can move it. Oh, wait till you see. Are you ready to see the next page? Yes? It's the funniest page in the whole book. Look at the mummy. He's trying to move it with his feet. The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drats, said the mummy. Oh boy, let's see who's next. So far, let's count. How many people do we have trying to move the pumpkin? The mummy is 1. Dracula is 2. The vampire is 2. The ghost is 3. And the witch is 4. Just then, along came a bat. Big pumpkin, said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire. The vampire looked at the mummy. They all looked at the little bat and they started to laugh. I may not be big and I may not be strong, said the bat, but I have an idea. And the bat told them what to do. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. And said the mummy. I wonder what the idea is. Oh. Okay. I'm going to finish reading it. But they thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Ready, set, pull, called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost pulled the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. First they pulled hard and then they pulled harder. And what do you think happened next? What do you think happened? You think they got it? Let's find out. Snap! Off came the pumpkin. Drat, said the witch. Whoosh! It flew, and it flew. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And thud! It landed on top of a hill, and thump bump, thump bump, thump bump. It bounced all the way down right to the witch's house. And when it got to her door, the pumpkin just sat still. Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. Do you think she shared the pumpkin pie with her new friends? Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. I couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go, said the bat. Look at that. Teamwork. They all worked together. They got the pumpkin free, and the witch made pumpkin pie. Drat, said the witch as she watched them all leave. Then she went right outside and planted another pumpkin seed. Why did the witch plant another pumpkin seed? That is the question that I am asking you. And I look forward to your answers in today's assignments. Boys and girls, you are awesome. Mwah. I'll see you real soon.